What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Pangolin today, PNG, at the request of someone. Someone requested it in the live stream the other day. I didn't write your name down. I'm sorry. I don't normally write names down in the live stream because it just takes that much longer. But shout out to you, mystery person. Let yourself be known in the comments. Here we are at 13.7 cents right now, about 2 days left in the week. Looking at this on the weekly view, just because I think that it's important to understand what Pangolin, what PNG has gone through, right? First off, what a lot of, I think, legendary cryptocurrencies go through, Bitcoin excluded, they see a massive dump. Massive dump. All the people who bought in early, all the pre-sale buyers, the people who want to get out, the people who don't have long-term conviction, they get out. Anybody who wants to ape into this thing at the right prices, they have conviction, diamond hands, they get in, right? It's a perfect storm to generate momentum to the upside, right? And we've seen that momentum take place here. That was a very fantastic move that we had earlier in 2024, actually late 2023 into early 2024. Overall, a 75, 76x endeavor. Crazy stuff. Since then, you've been consolidating that whole entire time. I mean, at a very massive level. Let's see, from a high to a low. Let's see. What was that? Overall, 88% drop. Typically, in crypto, whenever you get to like an 85% drop, 88% drop like that, you expect to go down to a 90% drop. I don't know if we'll get that. I don't know if we'll get a 90% drop, because if that wasn't good enough there in June, I just, we had like a double bottom June, April. I don't think we're going to get it now, man. But we really could go lower. I don't know what that was. I was like, we could go lower, but I don't think that we go lower than this low here. And looking at it now, the difference between this consolidation phase versus this straight crash to nothingness, right? I hope that it at least foreshadows good things to come, right? Right. Because here, the good things to come were that you didn't drop at a heavy pace. You just dropped at this kind of pace. When we consolidated like this before, isn't it funny how very similar this is to what we're doing now, right? Just a little bit longer here. And the bullish repercussions that took place afterwards. What's PNG's market cap, by the way? Let's see. PNG. Pangolin. $30 million. Very low market cap. The volume is immensely low as well, but you're being boring. You're at the end of this very boring, very drawn-out phase. Again, what's phenomenal about something like this is that all the people who FOMO'd, all the people who are tourists, they're just in it for a good time, not a long time. They're here to spend money, not make money. They've gotten out. They've sold. By this time, if you bought here, I'm assuming anybody who bought PNG in the midst of this pump here, or at the top of this pump, they're pump chasers. There's been other coins that have pumped in the time that PNG's been doing this stuff. They've probably had it. They've had it to their last nerve, and they've chased something else, right? They've to buy other highs of other things, right? And they'll be back. They'll be back when this thing finally pumps. But you got to shake out those weak hands. And again, give time for the strong hands to step in and buy. And what a long time you've had here since March of this year, mid-February even, of this year, to buy right here where you once found resistance, right? Actually, not even just once, but multiple times found resistance. Literally right there, that's where you're finding support. Structurally speaking, it couldn't be better. And again, this is different. If you're expecting something like this to happen, don't get intimidated. It's like this. We're about to get something good. Maybe you have a fake out to the downside. That happens, but I think that's what these last two attempts were. I think that's what that last one was in June. That was like your fake out to the downside. Low to high, tipped the 0.5. It couldn't be more perfect. It couldn't be more perfect. Finding support at prior resistance, it couldn't be more perfect. You are set to do spectacular things. And on top of that, you have a $30 million market cap, which is so low, man. So low. There's a lot of promise in this project. That doesn't mean that it's got to go anywhere. But at a $30 million market cap, I mean, man, if you get to $3 billion, which is not easy, but it's attainable. It's not like an impossible task to have. Even $30 billion for a coin that has enough momentum behind it. I mean, that's 100x, it's 1,000x potential. Anything, you could multi-100x this thing, absolutely, between now and the end of the cycle. Absolutely you could. Let's look at this from an overall high, all-time high, to a low, and just see what the potential is here. Golden ratio down to the 382. This is perfect too. How many times over the 3 years that I've made this channel have I told you guys that whenever we hit the golden ratio, the expectation is to find support at the 0.5382 area? And you did that here, found resistance to the golden ratio again, and then here you are finding support now, immaculate support in this area, accumulating in this area, ready to rip. My expectation would be that while the rest of the market kicks off on this next couple of months, next 6 to 8 weeks here, I would think that PNG makes its debut to new prices, new high prices this cycle, right? Last cycle it topped off, it debuted, it had its quick bull run and then it had a bear run. We're going to hit new high prices this cycle, not new all-time highs. I don't think we're going to go above $5 yet, but later in this cycle I think we will. But just for now, the next target area would be the 786 to the 886. So from where you are here at 13.7 cents, I'm anticipating you go up to about $1.36. You're at 13.7 cents now, $1.36. That's just shy of a 10x to potentially something that's at about $2.50. That's about an 18x. Phenomenal growth in what will likely be a phenomenally short amount of time. When this thing moves up, the only times that it has moved up in its history, even these little moves, it goes fast, super fast, right? I don't think you're going to get a week here where you moved up 352%. I don't think you're going to do that. But in essence, from the same price, within that week, a week later, 2 weeks, however long it took, you were all the way up at 83 cents. We're at 13 cents now. By the end of this month, you could be up here. By the end of September, you could be up there. And maybe, if I'm wrong, you're higher than that. I do think as the cycle ends, as it progresses, as it continues, we will see higher prices. You will see new all-time highs, inevitably reaching prices that are, I mean, if you hit your minimum fib target, that would be all the way up at like a 200x, you guys. 200x is possible. What's crazy is even a 1000x is possible. As crazy as it is, I don't think you'll see that by the end of this cycle. I don't feel good calling for any 1000x's at this point in time, right? Maybe if it was like $1 million market cap or less, but between now and the end of the cycle, do a 1000x. I don't know. You'd have to do some groundbreaking things, but do your own research. Maybe it's groundbreaking to you, and even with the thought of seeing a 200x as a potential target, hopefully that's enticing enough to make you make a play, right? If not the short-term gains too. I would expect by the end of the year, Pangolin is at new all-time highs. New all-time highs would mean more than a 36x from here. If I'm right, we'll know that I'm right by the end of September because we should be seeing a move that's at least larger than a 6x, or is it a 5x? Whatever the average altcoin is going to do. I think it's a 6x. So if we are at least above this high that we formed already this cycle, if we are at least above 84 cents by the end of, let's say, October, then I think that we're right on track to see new all-time highs by the end of this year. But let's get into the short-term stuff. We'll wrap this video up, okay? Did a lot of talking here on the long-term perspective. 1 hour time frame. Yeah, you look, I mean, neutral, volatile, but at an area where you bounce. You rejected the overbought zone here. It looks like you're ready to reject the oversold zone. Go for it. You wanted to go lower, but you didn't do it there. So yeah, go up higher. Reject this oversold zone, move higher. So Stochastics look like they want to go up. MACD, who cares? It's the 1 hour. It doesn't really matter. 4 hour time frame. Same thing. MACD, who cares? Because it's a small time frame. You've been moving sideways. It's not going to be reliable, right? Does it look good? Does it look bad? Who cares? Doesn't matter. Stochastics do look bad, but again, moving sideways might have less impact on the significance of that. I'm not getting anything from the RSI either. It's so volatile. So what I would say then is rely on the price action. Higher lows, higher highs. Where are we in this trend? We're at the lower end. Probably going to move up. Where to? Probably a slightly higher high, maybe up to like 15 cents. Will we break out? Well, we'll know that we're breaking out of this range. I mean, whenever you break the trend line, that might help. But also, I would say when you get above your 382, which 382 is right there at about 15 cents. So get above 15 cents on a daily closing basis, and that's how you know you're moving higher, all right? Daily time frame. I like the daily time frame. Man, I like this a lot. It's like a giant W pattern. It's kind of like a failed W almost, but not completely failed, I would say. You know, but you've got this look here, don't you? And if you just had this, it's almost like it's out, but not. You've got like a W inside your W. You even had a W over here. You got W's on both sides, man. This is crazy. It's like an inverse head in W's, you know, like crazy. I think you'll move up. I want to look at this real quick. Golden ratio bounce. Yeah. Get above 15 cents, and I'll do you one even better. Get above 15.25 cents. Get above that 382. I think that'll be more significant. On a daily closing basis, get above there, and you're basically set to break out to new relative highs that you haven't seen since the beginning of this year and even the end of last year. All right. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If the question arises, is it a good time to buy Pangolin? I think it is. I think it is. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I mean, how much lower could it go? You're at 1 point. You're at 13.7 cents. I doubt that you go below 12.5. So insignificant amounts to the downside, if at all. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye bye.